Today, I will be talking about our statistics final project. It is commonly accepted that people begin their first relationships in high school, and what comes with that is experience of one's first kiss. We expect a large amount of the students at our school to have had their first kiss, so we set out to find out if there was a statistically significant difference in the age of the first kiss between genders. To collect data, we had to go around the campus to different well-frequented spots to find students. We then used a coin to determine if we would sample a person. When we finally got a person who had had their first kiss, we would ask how old they were and record their gender and the age they responded with. Repeated this with the goal of reaching 100 responses, but due to time restraints, we could only get 74. And for the data, here is a summary statistics of the first kiss ages. And you can see that for females, the mean is slightly larger than the male, as well as the median. But the standard deviation of the female sample is smaller than that of the male. And the male histogram and the female histogram show that the data is approximately skewed to the left. There does not appear to be outliers for either graphs. And the box plot for males has a mean age of 11.925 and a standard deviation of 3.76. The box plot for females have a mean age of 12.886 and a standard deviation of 2.71. This shows that men in this sample have more variability than women and a smaller center, meaning a younger mean age of first kiss. And we conducted a two-sample t-test for the difference in means of males and means of females at significance level 0.05. The null hypothesis is the mean for males minus the mean for females equals 0. And the alternate hypothesis is that the mean age for males minus the mean age for females does not equal 0. So we had to check the conditions, random. We randomly placed ourselves throughout the school in areas and flipped a coin when someone passed by to see whether or not we'd approach them. Independent, we assume that knowing someone's age of first kiss will not help us predict the first age of any other person we interview. And since we sampled without replacement, the 10% condition has to be checked. Our sample size was 75 people total, and it's very likely that 75 people who have experienced the first kiss is less than a tenth of all the people at our school who have experienced the first kiss at some point or another. And normal, the central limit theorem is satisfied since our sample size is more than 30. And here's the formula for the test statistic. And we plugged in the values and we found it to be negative 1.28. Degrees of freedom was 70.6. And the p-value was 0.1978. So since the p-value is greater than our significance level, we do not have convincing evidence that the mean age of first kiss for males is significantly different from the mean age of first kiss for females. Therefore, we cannot conclude that gender has any significant impact on the age of first kiss for high school males and females. And as individual group members, we had varying levels of success when it came to asking the people we interviewed about their experiences. Some people we interviewed were happy to tell us, and others walked away as fast as possible because it seemed odd that we were asking them these questions. Other people became defensive. When it comes to improvements, we could have surveyed more people, which would have increased the accuracy of the results. Again, our original goal was 100 people, but that wasn't practical with the time we had if we wanted to collect our data accurately. In addition, being able to sample from other schools besides CCA might have affected our overall results. We thought of how much a student's course load affected whether or not they had their first kiss. So it might be a good idea to conduct a study to see if there's an association between, say, the number of APs a student is taking and whether or not they've kissed anyone.